tranquillement. Voilà, donc on a pas mal de trucs de prévus. Je prépare une nouvelle vidéo YouTube également. Après la 8e sur le Game Pass. Je pense que je vais arrêter de mettre des numéros. Ça sert à rien. Donc découvrons ce petit jeu où nous sommes Tess apparemment. Et Open Roads, disponible sur le Game Pass en ce moment, là, le 18 avril 2024. Alors, je commence comme ça. Des retournés. I, mom, grand-ma, lire. Lire R. Moi, maman et mamie Hélène. 80 ans de mamie. Maman. Veux que je termine mes cartons pour être prête pour déménager la semaine prochaine. Ça prend du temps. Mais je suis presque. Plus que quelques trucs à faire et on n'en parle plus. Monsieur Lapin. Il faut que je prenne pour reposer quelque part ou... Arranger peut-être. Carte d'anniversaire. Puisses-tu être bénie toute l'année? Je suis fière de toi, mamie. Oh, je sens que mamie, elle est décédée. Là, je vais ranger les petites bricoles qui restent. Terre. Bien.
Ah, Nevada. Home to all
Nevada.
manner of folksy
Berceau de toutes
cryptids
sortes
and
d'animaux
cool
fantastiques et des
dads.
papas cool. Ok. Or liquide. Histoire du commerce de contrebande entre le Canada et les États-Unis ainsi que des fortunes oubliées. La carte d'anniversaire. Oh! Mon foutu chat, j'avais oublié. Papa. Joyeux anniversaire en retard. Désolé du retard, ma puce. J'ai beau me noyer dans le travail, je pense toujours à toi. Je t'appelle bientôt. J'ai hâte de te parler, papa. Ok. Ça a l'air d'être son papa. Bah, y'a découpé. Quoi? La recherche des trésors de contrebandier mythe local ou fortune enfouie. Par Tess Devine, aux États-Unis, la prohibition avait pour but. Ok, j'ai écrit des trucs. Frère, moi, va passer de nombreux états à chercher les. Attendez. Je relis tout bien, excusez-moi. Ça va bien se passer. Aux États-Unis, la prohibition avait pour but d'interdire la consommation d'alcool dans les bars et à domicile. Elle a cependant fait exploser les importations illégales d'alcool, tout particulièrement en provenance du Canada. Cette contrebande était principalement échangée en pleine nuit. Des alcools étaient transportés illégalement de l'autre côté de la frontière. D'énormes sommes d'argent étaient envoyées en paiement au Canada. Une grande partie de cet argent a été cachée de ce côté de la frontière par les contrebandiers qui attendaient que les choses se calment. Et une partie de ce trésor illicite a dû être abandonnée, parce qu'ils ont été arrêtés par les forces de l'ordre ou tués lors de transactions clandestines ayant mal tourné. L'emplacement de ces trésors a été oublié avec le temps, mais des indices existent encore. père et moi avons passé de nombreux étés à chercher les endroits potentiels où l'or des contrebandiers pourrait avoir été enterré. Mais nous n'avons encore rien trouvé. Ces légendes locales et leur histoire sont cependant fascinantes. Ah. Plus des spams. Fait de recherche. Bordeaux 1, Hunter's Point ou Copper Harbor, pied du phare. Ok. Prendre le journal de l'école. 11 septembre. Ah, c'est Tyler, Jake. C'est pas moi qui écrit ça en 2003, non, septembre 2003. Préparatif pour la fête des anciens élèves. Page 7, aller encourager nos stars du basket. Critique de film Pirates des Caraïbes. Oh, septembre 2020, 2003. Oh ouais, il y a le retour du roi qui est arrivé en décembre. Billet d'avion.
Better leave these where Mom won't see them.
Ne pas exposer directement à Chalala, imprimé aux États-Unis. Billet avec bagage. Tess. Où c'est? Détroit, Renault. Lecture. Page design, ouais. Calendrier. Voilà, 5 septembre 2003. Ça, c'est le... C'est le livret de Metz. La mémoire de Hélène Sophia Devine. 1915-2003. Une gomme. Hein? Moyen? Et plus. Bien, on range les barrettes. Est-ce que j'ai tout pris là? Non, il reste des gommes et du vernis. Oh, j'avais ça aussi. Oh, je peux éclater des bulles.
Oh, right.
Oh,
supposed to feed you.
Tamagotchi là. C'est de l'amitié. Oh, il y a un truc encore ici. Bon anniversaire, Teresa. Les visites sont toujours un plaisir, j'attends ta prochaine avec impatience. Je suis fière de toi, de ton travail et de la femme que tu deviens. Je t'aime très fort, tante Auguste. Il y en a tout. Prendre ça. Ah, c'est des... Merde. Ah! Une soirée film chez toi? Bah ouais, je t'ai pas invité au Cluedo. Je crois que j'ai tout. Ramasser.
Ted,
Allez.
Yeah?
come down to the basement. There's something I want to show you.
The basement?
Hein?
What is it?
Oh,
Opale.
it's nothing really. Remember, this? Gah!
Ah. Ah, j'adore ça. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
What is it? It's of the dog
La
we
chienne de
had
notre
growing
enfance,
up,
Lady
Lady.
Latangudus l'a
Your
fait
Aunt
quand
August
elle
made
quand elle
it
était
when she was a
petite.
kid.
My god. And Aunt August isn't a rich and famous artist now?
Well, she is one of those things. Not a famous artist, though.
We've still got a little while before we actually move out, right? Like a week?
Yeah, about.
The estate sale was weird. Having all those people in the house, picking through Grandma's stuff. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, me too.
Are you okay? Mom.
I just. We took care of your grandmother right up to the end, and.
And now they're selling the house out from under us. I know.
Want to just. Take a minute and look around and see what's left? I haven't really gone through everything since the sale ended.
Yeah, me neither. That sounds really nice. Just looking through what's still here. Aside from this hell picture,
Par cette image de l'enfer.
Amazing that no one bought it, right?
just shocking.
So you're all packed up, right? Good to go?
Oh my god.
Just remember that it needs to be done by Wednesday so we can get everything out of here on time.
I know.
Normalement c'est bon, hein, j'ai terminé les cartons. La plupart des affaires de mamie Hélène ont été vendues pendant la vente de succession. Pas vraiment eu l'occasion de jeter un œil et de voir ce qu'il y a qu'à présent.
Ooh, so dapper. Was this Grandpa's?
Et plus de passage du Charmilly.
Grandma's advice column was popular, wasn't it?
For a little while, yeah.
I felt really lucky that I got to ask her for advice face to face. I remember when we went to that one book signing when I was a
Et
little
sa
kid.
grand-mère, elle écrivait des
You
livres.
remember that?
Yeah.
Enfin,
I
en
mean,
tout cas, elle en a écrit
people
un.
in the audience seemed so excited and nervous to get to ask her their questions right there in
Ah,
person.
mais c'est pour ça que ça...
Sometimes when I'd ask Grandma for advice, she'd start off with, "Don't tell Millie," but I think she saved her special advice for me.
Well, she could have given some advice to herself and realized that taking out 3 mortgages on her house wasn't such a good
3
idea.
prêts immobiliers pour sa maison. Aïe. Léo Lambrose. 43 ans, né à Orange, Greenville. Mort le 28 juillet 1968 à l'hôpital régional Alexandra. C'était un vétéran de la Seconde Guerre mondiale. Géomètre expert. Il cherchait l'emplacement des troupes ennemies depuis le fond. Il a plus tard travaillé à Lincoln comme inspecteur en bâtiment. Il a derrière lui sa femme Hélène Lambrose et ses filles Opal et Auguste. L'organisation est gérée par la maison Family. Pas terminé. Ok,
No. Why isn't this in the fridge getting cold? Come on, Mom.
Oh, attends, je crois que j'ai vu un truc. Moi, j'adore.
I'm taller than you were.
Who's taller now?
You are. But I've still got time.
Ah, là.
Wow. Was this taken right here? Cool. That's Grandpa?
Mm-hmm. Probably only a year before he died.
Grand-père,
Of
ok.
a heart attack?
Yeah, very sudden. But I guess that's how heart attacks are.
Pas si... Ok. Ah, c'est avec son papa, peut-être?
Oh, how did this end up down here?
Huh. Must have been in a drawer of something that got sold.
This is from one of the first digs Dad and I went on.
Oh, it was kind of adorable how excited you both got about
Excavation.
going on those digs.
I remember being so sure that we would actually find bootlegger gold. Or at least a clue about it.
Your dad. Well, at the very least, he certainly had a way of firing up your imagination. I'll give him that.
Un cric, hors de question.
Wow, a few pieces of pottery that my mom collected from around the world are still here. I'm surprised they didn't all sell. I think this one is from South America, not sure which country. And this one's Japanese.
I've never even left the country. Why haven't we ever gone anywhere cool?
Niagara Falls isn't cool.
Les gars.
It isn't Japan.
Well, it's a lot easier to drive to Niagara Falls than Japan. Cheaper, too.
But wouldn't it be fun? Me and you, an intercontinental
pardon.
mother-daughter adventure?
Maybe
micro,
an
mais quand même.
intra-continental adventure.
I'm thinking of a certain place.
Let's
somewhere
go.
warm and southwestern.
Prenons la
Somewhere
voiture.
where, say, my own father currently resides.
Listen, we've discussed this. We're not going to Nevada to visit Penn. It's not going to happen.
Well, what if I just went by myself?
By yourself? No way. It's a bad idea.
How come?
There's a bunch of reasons.
Like...
Like, I said so, and I'm your mother.
Maman. Ah.
Did Grandma start dressing like this after you moved out of the house?
Mm-hmm. After my father passed, my mother, well,
Turned into a hippie.
a bit of a free spirit, let's say.
Doesn't look like that rubbed off on August much.
I think it might have. To push her in the opposite direction.
Oh, faut déjà que j'aille faire pipi. C'est pas possible. La poterie. Mince.
Is this?
Some of the last pottery your grandmother made. Yep. After her fine motor skills started to go.
C'est d'une certaine
It's
façon.
still kind of beautiful. I miss her a lot.
Yeah, me too.
L'endroit est très très joli pour faire.
Oh, hey. It's August. Ugh, exhausted. The state sale was a lot. But that's easy for you to say. Yeah, I remember. And the answer is still no. Well...
Oh,
The
avec sa
what?
sœur au téléphone, mais.
Oh, right. Right. Sorry, it hasn't exactly been at the front of my mind. Yeah, it's around here, somewhere.
Je sais pas si les décisions qu'on prend
No, it's fine.
influent sur la fin.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Peut-être pas, hein.
Unbelievable.
What did she say?
Nothing helpful.
Is she still not gonna help us with the house?
No. She was just calling to ask me to find some
Oui, un de ses
book
livres.
of hers.
Any idea where it could be?
It must be upstairs somewhere, in your grandma's things. It has a red and black cover.
Couverture
white
rouge et
block
noire avec des
lettering.
majuscules
I'll know it when I
blanches.
see it.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, déjà, j'aille faire pipi, c'est pas possible. Ça Chambre.
I am the very model of a modern major general. La 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 da 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 mineral.
Ça, non?
Hey, Mom! Actually, maybe I should just put this
Oh,
back.
bah, je suis vraiment désolée d'apprendre que ça demain. Pour elle, ces derniers temps, et que c'est un sujet délicat, donc c'est la dernière fois que je vous parlerai, mais j'apprécierais participer très médicaux. Et que tu préférais que je sois là en personne pour aider, mais je peux pas me libérer du travail assez longtemps. Enfin, je suis désolée. Ne pouvoir aider que financièrement en ce moment, je dis plus vraiment rien. Tu es trop stressée. Tu peux toujours envoyer Tess en week-end ici, ça me fera toujours plaisir de la voir. Ok.
What's
C'est
this?
pour Bonnie.
Oh, it's a hook pole thing.
Could August's book be up in the attic?
Could be.
All right. We can go up.
Tu passes devant.
Okay, come on up!
Damn, it's dusty. Now, where's that book?
Oh. Oh, les poupées.
Okay, well, this is just creepy stuff. Why
Mais
are
après, il
these
va falloir
up
que j'aille
here?
faire pipi.
You'd rather they were downstairs?
Good point.
Non, vaut mieux qu'elle soit là. Oh. Oh, la robe de mariée.
Grandma's wedding dress?
I wore it on my wedding day too.
Ça, par contre.
And
Ah oui, ça se
you
voit.
can
Le
wear
grenier
it when
devait
you
être
get
fermé
married.
pendant la vente parce que des gens l'auraient dû. Moderne. Femme
I'm not
mariée.
getting married.
You don't know that.
Did you know you were going to get married when you were my age?
Sure. Or I always thought I would.
Well, I know too. And I know I'm not.
C'est une sorte de loup solitaire. Hein. Vol de ses propres ailes. À quoi ça sert de se marier si tu aimes quelqu'un? Ça ne change rien. Le mariage est fondé sur la vision de la femme comme une propriété. Loup
I'm a
solitaire.
lone wolf. A bird that flies solo.
Some sort of wolf bird.
Yeah. I can both do wolf things and fly around. But one thing a lone wolf bird does not do is get married.
Huh. And why is that?
No time.
Pas le
Too
temps.
busy
Trop occupé à
howling
planer,
and
hurler à la
soaring
lune et
and
gagner du
making my
pognon.
paper.
That's how you feel now, but you might change your mind when the time comes.
You know, also, if you don't get married, you can't get divorced. So, that's a plus.
Are you saying you wish your father and I had never gotten married? You know you wouldn't be here right now if we hadn't.
Tu peux te marier et avoir
Don't
des
even get
enfants
me
sans te
started
marier.
on having kids. And anyway, you can
Ah bah
have
tiens.
kids without getting married.
So you're
Merci,
not
Tess.
getting married. You're not having kids. You've got your whole life figured out at age 16. You don't want the dress. I get it.
I mean, but it's a nice dress. It meant a lot to Grandma. And to you. Isn't that enough?
Trop fait.
Oh, Grandpa Leo was a bowler? He and Dad have that in common.
What do you mean?
Dad loves bowling,
No, he doesn't.
but he's always wearing those bowling shirts. Didn't he used to be
Il
in a
porte toujours des
league or
chemises de
something?
bowling.
Honey, he just thinks those shirts make him look
Okay.
hip.
Un look.
Bowling shirts?
C'est une blague.
Are you kidding? I thought he must have so much bowling pride that he wore those shirts around in spite of them being obviously not cool.
No,
Juste
no.
trouver le
They're
bouquin pour aller
definitely
pisser.
a fashion statement. I think he got the idea from that movie Swingers.
This explains.
Like why you never once saw him act.
Yes.
On l'a jamais vu jouer. Ah, on trouve pas le livre, hein? Par là. Ah bah tiens.
What's under here?
Here, let me grab that. I'll put it up here to look through. Yeah, there's a bunch of old stuff in here. But,
Oh,
Mom?
hold on, it might still be here somewhere.
There's something.
Ah, here it is. Maybe if your dad had read this, he wouldn't have stopped working at the video store.
Mom!
ça raconte.
What's in there?
Ah, this is just some junk from the old summer house.
Your family had a summer house?
Maison de
Well, it
vacances.
was more of a cottage, I guess. We spent the summers up there for a long time.
And you've never taken me to visit?
Well, I haven't been there since I was your age. We just stopped going one summer. The summer after my dad died. I think there were just too many memories there.
Oh my god.
What?
Aren't you seeing it?
Seeing what?
Right here! Behind them? That's a freshly covered hole.
Uh-huh.
It's obviously the location of the buried bootlegger gold.
In our backyard, you mean?
Indubitably.
Lady probably buried a bone there.
Dogs don't really do that. Only cartoon dogs do that.
Only cartoon dogs bury bones, but real-life bootleggers bury gold in people's backyards? In 1968?
It was a different time, Mother.
Sure.
Whoa. There was a crime spree?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, department stores and fancy clothing shops.
Grand magasin et
Places
boutique
kept
de
getting
vêtements chics
robbed.
n'arrêtaient pas de se faire
The police
cambrioler. La
couldn't
police
figure out how the
ne comprenait
crooks
pas
were
qui était
pulling it
derrière tout
off.
ça.
It went
Ça
on
durait des
for,
mois, j'ai l'impression.
well, I mean, it felt like months.
So what happened? Did they get caught?
Now that I don't remember.
Dalle. Mince.
Well, whoever this guy was, it sure seems like he and Grandma had something pretty intense going on. Was Grandma Helen in some kind of secret relationship?
De relations secrètes.
No! Not the Helen I knew.
Intrigue. Grandma, what were
apprend de
you up
belles-
to?
Les vertes étaient pas mûres.
Grandma's diary? Should we?
Oh, I don't think we should really...
Oh, Grandma wouldn't have cared. I'm dead. What difference does it make to me? I can hear her saying it now.
Allez, début de l'histoire. Alors, j'ai envie de vous dire... Je vais juste faire un petit pipi. Ça va mieux. Valait mieux que j'aille faire pipi maintenant. J'ai bu mon au lit ce midi. 2 grands verres. Et je pense que ça m'a pas aidé. Ne sont d'aucune aide. Elles pensent être de bonnes voisines, mais elles vont à l'église. Elles devraient savoir où mènent les bonnes intentions. Faut pas être très préoccupé avec ces histoires d'ados comme d'habitude. On croirait presque qu'il s'agit d'un été ordinaire. Auguste m'inquiète un peu. Elle se laisse de plus en plus emporter par son imagination. J'aimerais pouvoir l'aider, mais il y a tant de choses que je peux pas lui dire. Je commence à avoir du mal à garder mes communications avec XXX secrètes. Nous nous reverrons bientôt en personne, mais devoir garder tout ça secret, c'est insupportable. Nous savons que tout ceci sera bientôt terminé, que nous pourrons ensuite laisser tout ça derrière nous. Le passé, Léo est mort, l'avenir, et tout ce qui importe à présent de notre avenir ensemble. Publié par Moreto Buscard. Oh, une clé.
What is this? So, Grandma and this guy were definitely together before Grandpa died? And they were gonna run away together? You never heard about this?
No, this is...
And what is this key to? Why is it hidden in here?
something at the summer home, I assume?
Okay, well, now we've gotta go check the old place out.
Faut savoir qui était cet homme mystérieux. Trouvons peut-être l'ordre des contrebandiers. Non, je veux savoir qui cet homme.
Mystery man was. Don't you want to know?
I don't know, Tess. We still have so much to do around here.
Come on, it'll be fun. An adventure.
I still need to call Tina at the theater and finish cleaning out the fridge.
Come on. We never get to
C'est
do
jamais rien
stuff
ensemble,
together.
tu passes tout le temps au
You
théâtre
spend
et
all
moi à
your time
l'école.
at the
À quand remonte notre
theater,
dernière
and I
activité
spend all my
ensemble?
time in school.
Notre dernière
When
discussion.
was the last time we were able to do something? To talk?
Well...
You do want to know, don't you? I can see it, Mom. I can see it in your face.
Oh, God. You know, a little change of scenery would be nice.
Yes!
Ah, that's the spirit.
Let's go!
We could spare a weekend before we have to move
Je remets la
for a
cam,
little
vite fait.
road trip, right? To tie up some loose ends.
Right.
And some of those little towns along the way are great for antiquing.
Yeah, sure.
All right, it's a deal. Let's hit
Deal.
the road and see what we find. I could really use a break from all of this, even if it's just for a weekend. Pack your overnight bag.
Let's go!
Yes!
And bring your homework. I don't need you falling behind at school.
Apporte tes devoirs.
What about August's book?
We can FedEx it to her when we get back.
Okay. A road trip! This is gonna be great.
Petit road trip pour le week-end là. Ouais. Nous sommes en route vers la maison de vacances secrète pour savoir ce qu'il en est de l'homme mystérieux de Mamie Hélène. Est-ce qu'on y trouvera enfin? Pas encore arrivé. Wow.
What are you doing back there? Are you gonna do your homework?
No. Reading in the car makes me carsick.
Then what are you messing with back there?
I don't know.
So stop it. It's not safe.
Ça va maman?
When did you say the last time you were at this summer house was?
Oh, when I was, I guess, 15. Your age?
15 ans?
I'm 16.
16 ans?
I meant about your age.
Donc il y a vraiment longtemps.
So, a super long time ago.
Et ouais.
Wow. No one's been there since.
Personne n'y
like,
allait depuis le
19th
19e siècle.
Haha. What was the Industrial Revolution?
C'est comment la révolution industrielle?
Tess, I wouldn't know.
Did you ever meet Galileo?
Jesus, how old do you think
Oh la
I
mère est
am?
premier degré.
I mean, I'm just estimating. It's a rough estimate. It's a rough estimate.
I'll say. It was the 60s.
Dans les
I
années
think
60, je crois que
summer
c'était
of
été
68.
68.
1968.
1968.
So, like, 35 years ago?
Et on est en
And you
2003
say
dans
you're
le jeu.
bad at math.
What was it like?
The summer house?
And the Dark Ages, but yeah, the summer house.
Moyen-Âge.
I just always really liked it there. It was an escape.
From what?
Everything, I guess. School, town, same old. Every day just felt like it was hours when we were there.
Alors pourquoi tu as arrêté d'y aller?
So why did you stop going?
Oh, yeah, we stopped going as a family when I was your age, and then I went off to college, and then married your father.
Did Dad even know about this place? I can't imagine Dad passing up a free summer home where he could just hang out and do nothing all day.
So you're saying your father is lazy?
Grésille un peu encore. Hein.
No, Dad's a hard worker.
Okay.
He'd work late at the video store all the time. He'd be there with the closing shift.
Watching movies on the store monitors.
You've got to have something on for the customers. Closing is a pain in the butt. And he'd manage the schedules and store finances. He even made the window displays.
Fine, those were pretty cool. No. I mean, I guess there is a real reason I never told your father about the old summer place. Because I knew he would never have put in the work to actually fix it up so we could use it.
It needed a lot of work?
Well, not last I saw it, but being unoccupied for decades out there in the middle of nowhere.
Ah, la
It's
maison
gotta be
tombe en
falling
ruine.
apart.
On va aller voir ça. Peut-être encore en bon état.
It could still be in good shape. Maybe somebody's been, you know, keeping it up.
You hope squatters have been living in it?
No, like, you know, like shoe elves.
Mais moi j'ai une maison comme ça, mais j'y vais quand même quoi. Moi j'y retourne de temps en temps.
I mean, it'd be nice if it were magically still in good shape, considering we need a new place to live.
To live in? Tess, I'm sorry, it's... You couldn't live there, and not
Aïe.
year-round.
Why not?
Well, it doesn't have central heat, or even
Pas de chauffage
really
central ni même
insulation. It's a
d'isolation, c'est
summer
une
home,
résidence d'été,
not a
pas d'hiver.
winter home.
Ah oui d'accord, c'est mieux que de pas avoir de résidence du tout, non? D'accord. Alors où est-ce qu'on va... On va habiter?
Fine. Then where are we going to live?
I don't know yet.
We're gonna be living in this car, aren't we?
No.
Because it feels like we're about to be living in the car.
We can find an apartment.
How are you even going to pay for an apartment?
The theater company, you know...
I thought you said it was underwater.
Well,
Aïe,
you know,
aïe, aïe.
it's not doing great, but...
Mom.
What?
Est-ce que tu vas enfin laisser tomber le théâtre?
When are you going to give up on the theater?
Give up on it? I'm responsible for keeping it running. For our performers and our audience and all those kids they bring to the theater on field trips.
But how are we going to have money?
Things will pick up. Ever since 9/11.
Oh my god, Mom. This theory.
Qu'est-ce
Theater going has plummeted.
Yeah, on Broadway. You think people are staying in because they're afraid of terrorism in Greenville?
It's a national trend.
You sound ridiculous.
Well, maybe I am ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe you are.
Oh,
It was easier when your dad was still around. At least we had more than just my income to work with. And then he goes and runs off.
Well, have you asked Dad if he could send back some money to help?
Absolutely not. He doesn't have the money.
But Dad moved out west for work. What? Don't laugh at me.
I'm not. It's just work.
qu'est-ce qu'elle a
Sure.
contre son père là?
It wasn't for work? Then what was it then? I think I deserve to know.
If he hasn't told you his side of the story, I'm not gonna step in and take that responsibility for him, like I always did. Your
Oh là,
father
elle est
left
aigrie
me in
envers
a
son
hell
père.
of a situation. We made all these decisions together. Do you not understand that? We made decisions that depended on us both, you know, sticking around. I didn't plan for any of this. You idealize your father, you know that? And I just don't really want to talk about it right now.
Fine. Let's never talk about it. Let's never talk about anything important.
Oh. Oh, la gamine, elle est insupportable aussi. Je crois que j'ai entendu mon téléphone vibrer dans la boîte à gants. Même moi. Papa. On oublie vite les week-ends ici, je travaille tous les jours. Comment ça va? Ça va au travail pour l'instant. Content d'avoir de tes nouvelles. Pas le travail. Désolée, tu dois t'y remettre. Ça va, je gagne mon pain. On va envoyer de l'argent pour nous et nous aider, maman et moi. Je demanderai ça une autre fois. Je sais pas si maman t'a dit, mais on déménage la semaine prochaine. Ça va être difficile pour elle de payer le loyer. On pourrait nous envoyer de l'argent pour nous aider. J'aimerais bien ma puce, mais mon argent est pas en liquide, tout est réinvesti au travail. Je vais t'envoyer des sous pour t'aider. Donc ça fasse couler mon entreprise. Tu dis bien que je le fais, mais ta maman a toujours été douée pour ça. Elle trouvera bien un truc. T'en fais pas. Tu comprends? T'as dit à ta mère que t'as acheté les billets? Pas encore. Maman et moi on fait une virée en voiture, on enquête sur un mystère de la famille. On va dans sa vieille maison de vacances, c'est pas fou ça? Waouh, faut que tu lui dises. Sinon je le ferai. C'est bien qu'elle va péter un câble, lol. Ok, je lui dirai, c'est promis. Tu sais que tu le feras, bon je t'aime, je dois y aller, retourner maintenant. Sois gentil avec ta mère, ok? Je t'aime. À bientôt.
Are you sending text messages to someone?
Yes?
Oui.
Yes, I am.
To who?
It's to whom, Mother? It was Dad.
Just getting his side of the story, huh?
No comment.
It's all right. Having a common enemy can help bring people together.
You're not my enemy. Or Dad's.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Well, it's...
Ah, et les deux là, elles sont chiantes, hein. C'est bien la mère et la fille. On continue, on continue. Première journée en voiture. Première journée de voyage en voiture. C'est la maison? Ah oui. Vous voyez la mer, moi. Un cottage pour moi, c'est en bord de plage.
God,
Are you
Y'a
okay?
quelqu'un?
I just didn't think it would still be here.
Mom, well, it is. And it looks to be surprisingly well preserved.
It's... well, it's not just
Y'a
like I
quelqu'un là pour
remember
que ça
it.
soit
A
ouvert?
little more...
Exactement comme dans mes souvenirs, c'est un peu plus
Run
élaboré.
weathered than the last time I was here. But I guess I am too.
Want to start looking around?
Yeah.
Alors, voyons voir.
Is this a trailer home?
C'est un
It's a
mobil-home, hein.
mobile home.
What did I just say?
They're not the same thing. A trailer home hooks up to the back of a truck and can be towed around. You can take it from place to place. A mobile home arrives on a trailer, like towed by
Ah, elle est
a
en train de
big
nous donner une
truck.
définition là.
Go on.
A mobile home doesn't have wheels.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
Well, I will admit it took me a moment to untangle the nuances.
Vite, vite, faut que je fasse un truc. J'ai pas réservé mes... Je vais avoir de... Je vais avoir de place. Ah si c'est bon. Voilà, c'est bon. Pour mes cours de sport, si je réserve pas, après j'ai plus de place. Ah oui. Family Garden. T'es resté genre en mode... Mais il range pas avant de partir? Postal. Chérie, je sais que tu fuis quelque chose, mais je ne suis jamais sentie aussi libre. Franchis la frontière et je t'écris depuis le bureau d'une chambre d'un motel caché sur une petite route loin de la voie principale. Je vais encore devoir faire du chemin avant de trouver un endroit où nous pourrons nous installer. Mais je pourrais bientôt te faire parvenir une adresse ou m'écrire. J'espère que je ne te manque pas trop.
Well, would you look at this? A postcard from the mystery man.
What was he running from?
La police, la mafia, ça confie.
The mob.
I don't think my mother would have gone for a mob guy.
According to the Sopranos,
Après les
they can be
Sopranos,
very
ils ont beaucoup de
charismatic
charisme.
when they're not whacking people.
Wait, you've been watching The Sopranos? Isn't that a little R-rated for you?
Oh yeah, very much so.
Let's talk about your viewing habits when we get home.
On va pas faire ce que tu regardes en rentrant à la maison. Ah, ça va! Eh, hein. Invitation. Ok, Cindy. Chiant. Oh! Ah, mais... Ah, un dessin.
Nightshade?
It was because he could only come out at night. Or stay in the shade, as I remember it.
Okay, well that's spooky as hell.
August was just a kid. She needed someone to talk to.
Imagination.
Did it have to be a freaky imaginary friend who lurked in the shadows?
La sœur de
What
sa
about
mère?
you
Ta
or
tante?
Grandma Helen?
Well, I was a teenager. I don't think I was the most, I don't know, compassionate at that age. I had my own problems.
If I had a little sister and Dad died, I'd be there for her to talk
Bam,
to.
dans sa gueule.
It's different. You don't know what having a little sister is like.
Are you trying to say you were justified in not helping your little sister when she was grieving after her father died?
I helped. I did. I mean, we were all there for each other, but... I could have used more help, too. I don't think I had anything left to give. So August made a new friend for herself. One who would always listen.
Bizarre.
locked. Maybe the little key? From Grandma's diary? Nope. What secrets might you hold?
Je défonce le
little
tiroir.
drawer?
Je prends un pied de biche et je le défonce. Peut-être dehors. Hein.
Sheesh, what happened here?
Looks like the wall gave way. Water damage, I guess.
What is this thing?
It's the water heater.
Oh, that's why you said water damage. I get it, I'm following along.
Mhm.
Well, it's not going anywhere now. Can we climb over it?
No! God, look at all that rusty metal.
I'm up on my tetanus shots, aren't I?
Je me rappelle contre.
We're not risking it.
Well, what's that thingy back there?
It's a maintenance hatch for getting down into the crawl space under the house.
Is there any other way into the crawl space?
I think there's a way to get in from around the back. Why are you acting so excited?
Well, if we could get into the crawl space, we could climb back up out of that hatch and get over to that side of the mobile home to find more stuff.
I'm not sure why you're using the plural here.
And also, I really want to see if there's any cool, creepy stuff under there. Like a skeleton.
Listen,
Squelette.
you can give it a peek if you want, but there is no way I'm crawling.
Hey, no problem. More cool, creepy stuff for me.
Ok. Bon. Oui, une planche.
What's
Il
in
fallait
here?
juste.
That's just August's old room. Let's try and find some other way in.
La trappe dont elle parle.
Oh, look at this big pink
marchait pas tout à
guy.
l'heure.
Kurt
avait pas de
won that
dialogue.
for me at the fair.
Kurt.
Kurt?
We met at the drive-in diner.
You had a summer fling? Was he cute?
I thought he was very handsome.
Il avait une.
And he rode a motorcycle.
Oh my god, a bad boy?
Honestly, I fell for him pretty hard that summer. It was pretty,
Cool. On his motorcycle?
He was very romantic.
Oh, no.
No, not like that. Well, a little like that.
Oh, no. So, what happened? Did you break up with him, or...
I don't remember. It was just a summer thing. It doesn't really matter.
Wow. Did I hit a nerve?
Hey, maybe we should keep looking around for more relevant things.
Des choses plus intéressantes. Ah. Ah, j'avais pas vu ça. Voilà. Éclate tellement, c'est... Allez, si tu te passer. C'est que tu vas à ta maison de vacances chaque année avec ta famille, mais je pense vraiment que tu devrais envisager de venir au parc avec des attractions. Eux sont gérés par des gens de notre âge. Quand le parc ferme, tu peux aller sur les attractions tant que tu veux, tant que c'est pas un sale type qui supervise. Mais moi, que tu viendras avec moi. Et comment ça va dans le lac en... C'est toujours au drive-in. Si t'as pas de chance avec les garçons là-bas, attends un peu de venir ici. Soit... Tu vas dresser les cheveux sur ta tête. Passe bonjour de ma part à ta famille. Je vais t'écrire chaque semaine, donc n'oublie pas de m'écrire aussi. Un ami qui s'éclate trop et qui veut absolument que tu passes.
Mom, you know what it sounds like. You had a Francine.
I guess I did.
I've never heard of Lori before. Are you still in touch with her?
It was short for Dolores. Maybe you've heard me talk about my old friend Dolores?
No, I don't think so.
We haven't spoken in years. One of those friends you have in high school and then college happens and, you know...
La photo du chien derrière. Ça va pas nous arriver à moi. Il faut...
That's never gonna happen with me
Ça
and
va pas nous
Francine.
arriver à nous. Hein.
We'll still be friends when I'm as old as you. A very long time from now. Like, so long from now.
Wait, you're not implying I'm old?
No, of course not. But God, it's gonna be a long time from now.
Pas hyper... Pas important. Un peu. Oh, la camionnette.
Cool van.
Thanks. It doesn't run anymore. The engine died for good 1 year while we were visiting this place. So I just turned it into my bedroom after that.
You slept in a broken down van?
Well, it was better than sharing a room with August.
Did you, like, redo it to be like a bedroom inside?
Yeah. Your grandfather pulled the seats out for me, and I set up a little bed frame with a mattress and all sorts of
Je veux voir.
posters and pillows and shelves and things like that.
Oh, I've gotta see this. Oh, it's locked.
Ah, tout est verrouillé.
Please tell me the keys are somewhere. I need to see what a lava lamp looks like after it just sits there mutating for 30 years.
They might have been... I can't remember.
Don't do this to me, Mother. I have to see how much tie-dye is in there. Please.
Oh, August was always trying to steal my keys so she could get in there and mess with my stuff. They're probably in her room.
Oh, the little criminal! All right, I'm on the case. The cool stuff is so close, I can taste it.
Ah, mais on peut pas rentrer là.
It's out there. Somewhere. That buried bootlegger
On va
gold.
refouiller des contrôles.
Uh-huh. Bigfoot, too, I hear.
Do you think he found the gold already?
What makes you so sure Bigfoot's a he?
Oh, I love it. Equal opportunity cryptids. Very forward thinking.
It's 2003, Tess. Anyone can be a Bigfoot.
Did you do these with Grandma?
No, August did. I never had a green thumb. She loved helping my mother in the
On va bien
garden.
rencontrer Satan.
Really?
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know. Can you picture August getting her hands dirty out in the garden now?
I guess not. But if my mother was ever out in the garden, she was out there with her, helping the best she could. I remember one year, maybe when she was 6, She started crying so hard when it came time to pick the berries and vegetables. But the plants worked so hard growing them. You can't just take them.
Aw. Well, now I feel bad for the plants.
She was a sensitive kid.
So am I. So what happened?
Hmm?
To August. She doesn't seem so sensitive now.
Oh. Life happened, I guess.
Yeah. Pas comment. Ok. Placard en plus. Verrouillé. Ouais. Ah,
So this is how we get into the crawl
j'avais
space?
pas vu.
You keep saying we.
So this is how intrepid
J'ai
people
oublié de
with an
enregistrer
innate
comme une
sense
con.
of curiosity get into the crawl space?
Among other personality traits, yes.
Fine then. I'll go it alone. You're probably too frail to get in here anyway. Those creaky knees of yours.
Wow. Okay, into the filthy crawl space you go.
See you on the other side.
Ouah, c'est grand en dessous. Mais attends, il y a un espace immense, il peut. Il y a des roues et des tables. Ça. Chien.
Oh. Cool.
C'est quoi ça?
Ooh, this is good. Mom's gotta see this.
Décrire de notre nouveau chez nous sur l'eau. Je n'arrête pas de chercher. Je me suis dit que l'endroit parfait devrait nous permettre de lever l'ancre et de partir à l'improviste en cas d'urgence. Donc acheter une péniche aménagée, c'est vraiment incroyable. Je l'ai acheté à un vieil homme qui l'a gardé en parfait état et comme moi. Assez de devoir faire de la maintenance. D'après les rumeurs, ils vont construire un barrage ici. Et c'est même pas certain. Il ne reste plus qu'à vous amener ici les enfants. J'espère que tu vas passer un bon été. Écris. La mort de Léo, j'ai appris que la seule façon de vivre, c'est d'avoir beaucoup d'argent. Partout oublier tout est sous.
Mom, I found a way in. Hang on, I'll open the back door. Hey, Mom, I found something. Look, look.
Another letter.
He wanted to live with Grandma on a boat. Maybe we can figure out where the boat was by looking at the photo.
It looks like, well, it looks like a boat.
C'est grand, hein?
A houseboat.
Can't see much of the surrounding area.
It's near trees? Maybe we can look for some of those.
A place in Canada with trees.
Un endroit au Canada avec des arbres, ça se
That
plie.
narrows it down.
Bord de route.
What's this about?
Oh, that was the town where Kurt lived. You know, we were a summer thing, but we were planning on how we could keep seeing each other once we both went home after the summer.
Ah.
I guess I was feeling pretty lost. I latched onto him and held on tight. He became my plan for how I would be okay.
And that didn't work out?
Yeah, like these things often do.
So how'd you end up with Dad?
Sorry?
Well, you didn't end up with Kurt. How'd you end up with Dad?
Oh, it was a lot of years later that I met your dad. After college, I moved back to Greenville for my bookkeeping job. It was actually when I was in one of the first plays I performed in at the Andromeda. Your dad was in the audience. He hung around outside the stage door after the show and he flagged me down. He said there was a problem with the production. He was so distracted by my beauty that he couldn't pay attention to anything else going on in the play.
Aw, that's so romantic. It's like something out of a rom-com.
I found it endearing at the time. He was very persistent.
Was Dad big into local theater?
No. He told me later that he'd actually been at the play on a date with someone else. He told her he needed to head home, then hung around the theater to talk to me.
Wow. Bold. Did you find that endearing?
I guess at the time I found it flattering. And a little funny. I should have realized it was a red flag.
Red flag là. T'as trop.
Wait, are you saying Dad cheated on you?
Oh, God, no. No. Just, you know, it's a sleazy move.
So, not the kind of thing Kurt would have done?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you remember... Well, did it seem like Grandma wanted to...
Leave my father? I mean... I guess when I was around your age, I started wondering why they were together in the first place. They didn't seem to...
make sense together?
Yeah.
Huh. I remember when I started wondering that about you and Dad. Why you were together. You're both so different. Did you used to have more in common?
Well... When you're together at first, everything about each other is new. It can cover up a lot of things. But when you get used to each other, that's when it can be hard. But sometimes, you know, by that point, it's too late.
Too late?
Jean-Marie.
Because you're already married?
Mm-hmm. I know you said that you didn't know if you were going to get married, but if you do, just don't rush into it.
So you wish you'd never married Dad? You wish you hadn't gotten married in the first place, and that I wasn't around. I'm sure it would have made your life a lot easier.
Honey, that's not how it is. It's not as simple as that, and it's not because of you. There's a lot more to it. We'll talk about it someday.
When's someday?
Not today.
Then when?
Not today.
Aïe aïe aïe.
Go mechanics! Oh man, I forgot that August had this. I let her keep it when I moved into the van.
But August didn't even go to Fort State.
She almost did. We were both so excited to, growing up. Don't you remember Grandma talking about how much she loved it?
I remember her talking about how sexist it was.
Yeah, well, everything was sexist.
C'était
back
sexiste
then.
à l'époque.
But we're a Ford State family. You'll be a
Ford State.
triple legacy.
Pas de tri parrainage. Parce que je vais aller à
I don't even know if I want to go to college.
What do you mean you don't know if you want to go to college? Of course you're going.
I can make my own choices.
What kind of choice is that? To be broke?
I'm not gonna be broke. I've been working really hard on my design business. And August didn't go to college.
August was lucky. She's talented, but she's also lucky.
When I'm 18.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's not a discussion.
Fine.
Oh. Pas à l'université.
Oh, how fun!
Chicken.
Wait, did they not get to use these?
Ah.
Aha! This must be the key to the van! No video games back then, I guess. Poor, deprived kids.
Non mais.
Oh my
Déjà.
god, Aunt August. I have so many questions.
Frère Auguste. Pas dû les lire.
I don't know if I agree with this advice. This doesn't sound very Millie to me.
Millie was just a character, honey.
I know, but didn't she usually give advice Grandma would have given? How could you tell a little kid that getting picked on was their own fault?
I don't know if that's what she meant.
It's right here. She's like, if people are mean to you, you should change. What, the bullies are right? She never told me that kind of thing when girls were being mean to me at school. She just told me to be myself.
I guess... Well, maybe if Mother could have gone back and given August the advice she gave you instead, she would have.
I hope so.
Attends. Les garçons embêtent les filles car ils les aiment ou parce qu'elles sont différentes. LOL. Pas contrôler la cruauté. Tu peux la décourager par ton apparence. Il est temps de grandir. Je sais que tu peux y arriver, je t'aime, maman. Belle, la carte. Trésor.
I'd recognize that penmanship anywhere.
This piece was clearly done by an accomplished artist.
A cartographic prodigy? Do you think there'd be anything there to dig up that was left behind? It'd be like a time capsule.
Yes.
Maybe she was gonna come back for it later. It was her first investment.
She got started early. I don't know. Let's just go see what it is.
J'ai hâte.
Oh, it's everything I'd imagined. It's got an ugly lamp, an acoustic guitar, A concerning scent of mold?
I mean, what do you expect? It's been under this carport for 30 years. That's why I'm not coming
Je
inside.
rentre pas.
Okay, I'll just look around and get out. It is kind of gross in here. Wow, Mom was even into theater back then. Huh. Wow. Brutal, Lori.
Oh, bah, est-ce que tu peux mes lettres?
Brutal.
Rien reçu de ta part depuis que tu as parlé de Kurt.
Kind of
Ennui au
weird.
parc. Les gens intéressants sont partis maintenant. Gordon et des types ringards de ski. Je n'ai pas de tes nouvelles, je vais supposer que tu es trop occupé avec Kurt pour me répondre. Moi, une de nous s'amuse. Je parle à la rentrée, sauf si je suis occupée. Ok.
Ah, alas. Not so groovy anymore.
Vernis ouvert.
Find anything?
Nope.
Ah, vêtements. Bien, attends. Méchant garçon par Auguste Vine. Un jour, Auguste a de se rendre car comme il faisait très ensoleillé, son ami Ombrage devait la suivre en restant près des arbres. Car il vit dans l'ombre, ne peuvent s'aventurer. Ombrage courait sous la canopée. Lorsque Auguste et Ombrage arrivèrent en ville, le garçon se trouvait dans le magasin. La cravate spéciale d'Auguste, celle qui la faisait pas la protéger. Mince. Protéger de les méchants garçons approchaient avec de manière à qui parles-tu? Est-ce qu'il porte un baiser? Répondit. C'est la cravate de son père. Ton père doit être vraiment stupide. Méchant garçon. On pleurait, mais les méchants garçons n'en. Ils riaient encore. Il cherchait Ombrage, mais Ombrage ne pouvait pas net car il était à l'ombre d'un arbre loin. Que les méchants garçons partirent enfin à l'ombre de. Il Ombrage dans ses bras pour se sentir mieux, mais.
Poor
Aïe,
kid.
aïe.
Did she get made fun of a lot? At school and stuff?
I think she got picked on when she was little, but she toughened up. I guess right around this age, when we came back from our last summer trip.
What changed?
I don't know.
Un truc. Ah! La prochaine fois, prenez le temps de vous calmer avant de tenter. Peut-être besoin de conseils, écrivez à Millie. Personnel. Ah non!
What's in here?
That was my mom and dad's room. Well, just my mom's room last we were here.
Well, dang it, that door's stuck.
I think... Look, we could twist the latch open if... I think I could get this open with a flathead screwdriver.
Awesome. Where's one of those?
Oh, I had a little
There you go.
toolkit in the glove box of my van.
Nice.
Nice. Alors. Ah.
You ready to unearth this mystery?
You are really getting into the mess on this trip. crawling through old crawl spaces, digging in the dirt.
It's for the sake of the adventure, Mom.
Don't let me stop you.
Oh. Hein?
So this is where August buried her feelings.
Mom! Come on, it's sad. What?
I don't know. Maybe we should keep it. Maybe August would want it.
I think so too.
We can just put it in the car.
Welcome back, Nightshade.
La tombe. Allons voir dans la boîte à gants. On va courir. Babe. Wow.
Shit.
C'était vraiment génial, mais je dois me tailler. Pas trop envie de taper un autre hiver enneigé. Je pars en direction. Racine, si tu passes dans le coin, Kurt. Ok, le mec se barre en fait. Sale.
Find anything?
Well, I found, this. You guys didn't just drift apart at the end of the summer, did you?
No. I came to work at the diner one night, and they said someone had left a note for me. And it was this stupid thing.
That sucks, Mom.
I just felt like such an idiot. I'd put all my energy into planning how we'd be able to stay together, planning how our life was going to be, planning how he'd be the answer for how I was going to be okay. And then one day, this. I don't know if I've ever cried as much as I did for the week after I got this.
He seems like an asshole.
Enfoiré.
Hey, language.
Sorry.
In this case, it's okay.
Well, in that case... What an asshole! Ass! Butt! Crap!
All right, enough. There was a lesson I should have learned that summer. You can't rely on other people.
What?
If you put your trust in other people, if you expect them to be there for you, one day they won't be.
So what, you shouldn't have friends or relationships?
Well, no, I just mean you can care about other people, but you have to be ready for them to go away. And be okay on your own when they do.
Are you... You're making it sound like... Are you saying Dad left you? I thought you said you both agreed to get divorced.
Well, either way, he's not here, is he?
Mom, what happened? With you and Dad splitting up? He always makes it sound like you wanted him to leave, but...
He does?
I mean,
If he's telling you I wanted this, See? This is why you need to be okay on your own. If you're fine on your own, when they leave, you don't have to feel this way. Remember that.
Well... I've got the screwdriver.
Good. That's good.
Allez, ouvrir la porte de la chambre. Là, c'est... Tension, là. Et problème.
Ah, door, we meet again. But this time, I'm ready for you.
Hey, good work.
Thanks, Mom.
Les Bibles. Carte. Chérie, attends. On dirait que tu as des doutes tout à coup. On avait tout prévu. Alors, je passe la frontière et quand les choses se tassent, tu... Oh, pardon? C'est un meurtre qu'il a commis, là? Ça ne peut pas marcher si tu me rejoins pas. Et tout ce dont on puisse rêver ici. Un endroit rien qu'à nous, dans une... Personne ne nous connaît. Il y a assez d'argent pour qu'on... Tranquillement pendant longtemps. Les enfants vont adorer ça. Quel enfant ne rêverait pas de vivre sur un bateau? Oui, c'est drôle d'idée et suis le plan. On sera bientôt à nouveau ensemble. Oh là là! Et what? Mais attends, mais c'est un truc de fou, ça.
Freaky. Yet appealing. Oh, Grandma.
Un gris? Ah oui, merci.
Would you have loved living on a boat?
I don't think so. I wonder what age he thought I was. He couldn't have thought a teenage girl would want to... Wait. I hadn't even thought of that. My mother was just gonna take me and August, and we were all gonna run off to Canada? I mean, of course she wasn't just gonna leave us behind, but...
Sounds like Grandma had some big plans worked up.
Well, look, he said she started having cold feet. And she must have written him back and said she wasn't sure if she could come after all.
You think she realized that maybe her kids wouldn't have been so happy moving onto a boat with some random man in Canada? Can I start calling him Canada Man?
Comment ça
You
l'appelle
can call
Canadien?
him whatever you want. This is so strange.
Love makes you do crazy things.
Love or grief?
Both?
Oh, my mom loved this desk. I remember when she brought it home from the flea market.
Jeez, how many desks did Grandma have?
Kind of a lot, I guess. I mean, she was a writer. She liked to move around.
Well, let's see what she was hiding in here. Ugh, it's locked.
Ah, c'est verrouillé aussi. Oh, quel dommage.
This gives me an idea. The little key from Grandma's diary?
Let's go. Attends, on va regarder si... Ah bah non. Tu peux pas m'abandonner. J'ai fait tout ça pour toi et ce soir. Moi, j'ai le droit de les voir. Pardon? Faire le trek. Oh!
What's that?
I'm sorry. What?
What does he mean when he says those are his kids? Was Grandpa Leo not your real dad? Could that have been why he was trying to run away with you and August and Grandma Helen?
I can't even imagine.
Look, Mom. Look. This one. This note. It has a return address. Pierre Lautrec. Box 9, Hop 2 Lake, Carndale, Ontario.
On va arriver là-bas, il n'y aura plus personne.
We should go check it out.
What? No.
No, but...
Tess, We already drove however many hours up here and dug around getting dirty and all this stuff. I'm not driving us to Canada based on some return address from over 30 years ago. We have the rest of the house to pack up, and I still need to call the electric company to schedule our end of the service, which I probably should have done sooner, and...
Mom, stop. This is your father we're talking about here. It's about who you really are. It's about who I really am. Was my grandfather really my grandfather? Who was this guy? Who are we?
En fait, ça se trouve, sa sœur,
These
elle a
are big questions, Mom, and you're just gonna turn around and drive home?
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not doing this because of your sterling rhetorical skills. You didn't win this one. I just happen to agree with you. I do want to know who my mother might have been mixed up with, and why she never told me about it, and who my real father is. And if we go check out this address, we might find nothing. But we might find something. So if one more day of driving is all it takes to find out one way or the other...
Then why not, right?
Right.
Glad I could convince you.
No, you just happen to be right.
incroyable.
Exactly. Glad you came around to see things my way in the end. Okay, should we get going? It's getting dark.
Yeah. Let's find somewhere to stay for the night. We'll look up directions. Get back on the road in the morning.
Hotel night. We're getting room service. Thank you, Mom. Best weekend ever.
But we didn't find that hidden fortune you were so excited about.
Yeah. Maybe it's on the other side of the border.
Maybe. Come on, let's get out of here.
Regarde pas l'adresse?
All right. Time to order that room service.
This is not the kind of place that has room service. I'm sorry.
What?
Hotels do room service. This is a motel.
Just like the summer place was a mobile home and not a trailer.
Right. But the other way around. But there's a restaurant and lounge right next door, though. I'm gonna head down there and get us dinner, okay? And I'm going to have a cocktail while I wait. It's been a long day. I'll be back with something to eat soon.
Well, all right. That's almost like room service.
What do you
Oui, la
want to
fille,
eat?
elle peut pas venir avec elle?
Oh. Burger?
Burger it is. Do your homework.
Bah, je vais être obligée de faire mes devoirs.
Hey, it's burger time. How's that homework coming along?
Fine. How was the restaurant?
Overpriced. But I guess that's the price you pay for convenience. Here's your burger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. I'm gonna call August.
Tell her I said hi.
August? Guess where I am? At a motel in Powhatan. Tess and I took a little road trip. She says hi. We paid a visit to the old summer house. You remember the summer house? Mobile home. Yes, it's still there. Anyway, we came away with some questions about Mom and Dad. Do you think...
Je pense que je pouvais écrire à mon père.
Yeah, she's here. Hold on. She wants to talk to you. I'm going out for a smoke. Back in a few.
Hello, Teresa.
Ah.
Hi, Aunt August.
This is all... It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's one word for it.
How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Me neither. It's so surreal.
I can't imagine Grandma having an affair, but I also don't think she would have if it wasn't the right thing to do.
Yeah. It seems pretty out of character, but she was an interesting person. My dad... I was still pretty young when our dad died. For your mom, I think this is all a lot harder on your mom than on me. I never really knew him.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've spent enough on therapy to almost be over it. Did you guys find anything out there? I haven't been since we were kids.
We found your old friend, Nightshade.
Oh, Nightshade. I'd forgotten about him.
Kind of a spooky name.
Yeah, I was a spooky kid. You know, our dad dying really did shake me up. Nightshade was to try and fill that void, I guess.
That must have been hard.
Yeah. What about the house? What was it like?
It was pretty beat up.
Yeah. I'm surprised it was still standing.
I guess part of me hoped we could just move out there.
Move out there? Oh my gosh. You're breaking my heart. You'd rather live in the middle of nowhere than in Chicago?
What?
With me, in the townhouse. Didn't
Oh.
your mom say?
No. What about Mom? Can she stay with you?
Of course, both of you, but she doesn't want to.
What do you mean?
She... Look, you should talk to her about it. It isn't my place.
Why didn't...
Oh, hold on. Work is calling. I gotta go. Love you, Teresa.
Love you too, Aunt August.
Les messages, tiens. À demain. Et voilà que j'ai. Oui. Burger. Chi. Home service.
And Jocelyn is looking at him, and it's so obvious that she forgot her line, and of course she did, because she only got off book a few days before, and he's just staring at her.
Uh-huh.
And Todd needs her to say it, otherwise the whole scene makes no sense, and it's dead quiet. It's opening night! And so then, she just says, "Who are you? The Pirate of Penzance?" Tess,
What?
are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm listening.
If you want to just drive quietly for a while, that's fine. I can do that.
Tellement, je me demande ce qui se passe entre papa et Francine. Hein?
Wait, where's my cell phone? Did I leave it in my backpack? Oh no.
What?
My cell phone. I left my cell phone at the hotel.
Are you sure?
Yes, I looked everywhere. It's not in the glove box. It's not in my backpack. I don't have the charger either. I must have left it on the charger at the hotel. We have to go back and get it.
Tess, we have been driving for over an hour already. We are not driving all the way back to the motel just so you can have your phone for
À
one
6
day.
heures-ci, on peut...
You don't understand. It might be gone if we don't go back for it.
I'm sure it'll be in the motel lost and found. We can pick it up on the way home.
Mom, we have to turn around. We haven't been driving for an hour.
Yes, we have. We left 1 hour and 18 minutes ago.
Well, we can drive faster on the way back.
I am not breaking the speed limit and getting pulled over and getting a ticket because you can't wait till tonight to get
You know, I wouldn't have left my phone there if it wasn't for you. You were lying to me, and I was so distracted. And now you won't even go back. And
Hold on. I was lying
What?
to you? When was I lying to you?
you didn't tell me we could stay with August. Why would you just lie to me and say August was unwilling to help us?
I didn't lie. She doesn't want to help. Helping would be buying the house, and when I asked, she said no.
But she offered to let us stay with her.
And I said no. There's a million reasons why that's a bad idea.
At least we'd be sleeping in a bed and not a car.
We aren't gonna sleep in the car. I'll figure something out.
Aren't you concerned? We have no plan. You have no plan.
I have a plan. Money might be tight, but it's not like I don't have a job.
Why don't you like August?
Excuse me? Where did you get that idea?
You always act like she's a pain when she's just trying to help. It's like you're jealous of her.
First of all, I am not jealous of her. It's a lot easier to make money when you live by yourself, especially if you're so far away. Your own family is an afterthought. I had to do all the work for Grandma. August just stayed in Chicago.
You're making her sound so selfish. She's not like that.
You've never lived with her, Tess. It's not gonna be like your little vacation. August thinks she knows what's best for everyone. I can't be around someone like that every day.
Wow, I can't imagine what that feels like. Do you think you're the only person with problems and the rest of us are just running around doing whatever? You're exhausting. No wonder Dad left.
Don't bring your dad into this.
Why not? Why can't we talk about Dad? Actually talk about Dad for once. The divorce,
I don't want to have this discussion right now.
Fine. You don't want to have this discussion? I'll just find out when I go to Nevada.
What?
When I see Dad when I go next month.
You're not going to Nevada next month.
Yes, I am. I already have the tickets.
What do you mean? With what money?
From my business, I'm going.
From your business. I can't believe you. That you would
Aïe,
go
aïe, aïe,
behind my back?
If you just told me what was happening, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to ask Dad to tell me the truth.
The truth? Please. Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? You want to know what's the truth? Fine. Here's the truth. The divorce wasn't mutual. I divorced him. Your father announced he was going to Reno to become a full-time gambler.
Un parieur à temps
Expected
plein.
me to say, "Oh, sure, honey. Feel free to abandon me and my daughter and dying mother to try out your next get-rich-quick scheme." What? What kind of person would think a marriage could work with that kind of distance? So then I have to be the bad guy, just like always. He gets to run away and be the fun parent, and I have to be the mean mom and do all the work. So I divorced him. I'm sure he's just as proud of his new job as I am, and that's why you're hearing about it now. So sure, go to Nevada, ask him all about it. I'm sure he'll tell you the truth.
Ok. allez.
It's a dead end.
It's not a dead end. We just have to get out and walk.
Where, Tess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's through here. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Look, I know you're upset. We both are. Let's just get in, see what we can find about Pierre, and get out. Before I change my mind.
Agreed.
Bateau de pêche là.
Lautrec! That's the name of the mystery man. Think he's got mail? Guess we'll never know. It's locked anyway.
Maybe that's for the best. Tampering with other people's mail
Mais
is
si on trouve la clé,
illegal.
ce sera plus illégal. Il y avait je sais pas combien de boîtes aux lettres alors qu'il y a une maison.
Pierre! Pierre was here.
Looks like we're on the right track.
How are we supposed to get on board?
Maybe there's something around here we can use.
Ah c'est le bateau, j'avais pas vu, je crois que c'était une maison.
This is so stupid. We're trespassing.
Personne, hein.
We need to go back home.
But
What if you fall off and break your neck, Tess? Or who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all rotted, or...
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
Mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think... If we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma? To find Pierre?
Alors qu'il est encore
fine.
vivant.
You stay here, and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in without me.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
You're right. I'm sorry. We've done all of this so far together. I just don't want to give that up.
All right. We'll do it together, but I should go first.
No, I should go.
No way! What if you fall off?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor, aged mother walk across a rickety bridge before I'm sure it's safe.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
Face.
Heads. I won!
Just
Let's go.
be careful.
Je suis sûre que même si j'avais
and
mis pied, je
stay
gagnais.
away from the edge.
Allez, pardon. On y va. Déjà là.
It's locked. This must be where the money is.
L'argent.
I seriously doubt that, but regardless, we'll have to...
Can I just kick it in?
I'd say you're free to try, but I don't want you hurting yourself.
How sturdy can it be? Ow. All right, pretty sturdy.
Verrouillé. Placard. Ah, joke.
Wow, cool.
Tess, don't touch that!
Why not? It's just as grimy as anything else in this boat. Plus, I want to find out what the winter campus fashions were in 1968.
You don't know where that's been.
It's literally been right here for 30 years.
I mean before that. Like... Never mind. And I think it was fringed jackets.
The winter campus fashions in 1968?
And patterned tights.
Et est-ce qu'il y a des trucs? Photo.
Wow, this is from when Grandma was really young.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this one.
You look a lot like her.
Really? I always thought I looked more like my father.
Maybe you were just imagining things?
What? Oh, you mean because he might not have been my father? I suppose I can see the resemblance now that I think about it.
You have her smile.
Oh. Attends, je veux lire. J'ai été surprise de recevoir une autre lettre de ta part sitôt. Une péniche aménagée, vivre sur l'eau, quelle idée romantique. Mais tu ne penses pas que ça risque d'être un petit peu petit pour 2 enfants et nous, surtout avec une ado? Tu n'aurais pas pu me consulter avant de prendre cette décision? Nous sommes toujours là à attendre que la situation se calme. Je suis impatiente de commencer une nouvelle vie, mais je commence à m'inquiéter. Que vont penser les enfants avec tout ce qu'elles vont traverser? Que vont penser mes parents quand on disparaîtra? Ma pauvre mère, elle a déjà perdu son beau-fils. Est-ce qu'on ne tenterait pas de nous retrouver? Y a-t-il vraiment aucune autre solution?
A letter from Grandma!
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here to stay?
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Whoa. What?
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
Wow. So, this is like looking into an alternate
Réalité
reality.
alternative, ouais.
I'd like to live in another reality.
Like what?
One where you and Dad were still together? I mean, I just wish you two were able to work things out.
Well, it's not possible. There's no way to that reality from here.
Ok. Le compte a reçu 3 000 $ de Monsieur Perle pour la vente de la péniche.
Cool. Nobody to spy on now.
Indécence, donc ça c'est ce qu'il a acheté. Pêche. Ok, ok, mais je vais pas descendre là. Peut-être en allant dehors. Ah. Bien ce que je me disais. Pardon, mais il y a une trappe, hein. J'avais fait une... Ne parle pas de ces drôles d'idées que je me fais. Mes inquiétudes n'ont rien de drôle. Nous sommes tous affectés. Je dirais qu'on aura tout ce qu'on puisse rêver, et c'est pas moi qui ai choisi de fuir et de franchir la frontière en demandant à l'autre de vivre et d'emporter sa vie et ses enfants avec elle. Peu importe les sommes d'argent en jeu. Je rêve d'avoir des choses que l'argent ne peut pas s'acheter, des amitiés précieuses que j'ai forgées depuis l'enfance, une relation avec mes parents et ma famille, un travail épanouissant qui me permet d'aider les autres, ou encore savoir que mes enfants peuvent grandir avec leurs grands-parents et leurs amis. C'est ça que tu demandes d'abandonner. Dans quel but? Pour s'isoler dans un endroit inconnu, sur un vieux bateau, avec de l'argent qui nous permettra d'acheter quoi exactement? Au bon être riche si nous perdons tout. Ça, c'est pas faux.
You tell him, Grandma.
Yeah, not one to mince words.
All those years of writing advice columns paid off, I guess. Kinda nice that she was thinking about you guys too. Not just uprooting your life, dumping you in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would have been like to grow up here.
You'd have to learn French.
Sacre bleu.
Oh no, it's already happening.
Mais attends, mais il y a un cadeau, je veux moi voir. Il y a dedans. Ah ah. Pardon, là j'ai oublié d'éteindre le... Cambrioleur FAP à nouveau. La police d'État et la police locale sont à la recherche d'un groupe de voleurs qui sont enfuis avec une somme d'argent non révélée. Ça serait pas lui, genre?
The burglary ring! Mom, Grandma's boyfriend here was a bank robber. Why else would he have this?
Maybe my mother sent it to him.
For what?
Non, je
To
crois pas du
keep
tout.
him abreast of current events?
Oh, come on, Mom. Grandma had a thing going with a bank robber. How cool is that?
Well, okay, they didn't rob any banks. It was the jewelry counters at department stores and things like that.
Department store robber doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
And it wasn't robbery, it was burglary.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress. A burglary, you take it when they're unaware. I think.
You think?
Listen, it's been a while since I've brushed up on my criminology.
And why are they so sure it was men?
What?
It says the men broke into the store, but there were no witnesses. So how do they know it was men?
You're thinking lady robbers.
Like Catwoman.
I like it. Very cinematic.
Do you think Grandma could have helped?
Are you seriously asking if I think my mother was an accomplice in all this?
Déjà, c'est des suppositions.
Why not?
She had 2 kids at home, and I just don't see it.
Seems like there was a lot about Grandma you weren't seeing.
Excuse me?
Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, you know, maybe that's what she wanted me to think. I didn't know about Pierre, after all.
Ah, les livres de comptes. Août. John pour la... Il a acheté, il fait du poker, il repas avec les copains et tout, donc...
Boy, he really burned through it.
I can't imagine just spending $40,000 on nothing.
Well, some of it was on this boat.
Yeah, seems like he really loved it.
Can you imagine Grandma living here?
Can you imagine August living here?
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, like, had to paint a bunch of stuff to make it less ugly.
For sure.
And you and Grandma would have had to fish every day.
This is a very tempting scene you're painting.
I'm imagining something like Little House on the Prairie, but on a boat.
Little houseboat on the river?
Rolls off the tongue.
Une petite péniche de... Ok. Et par là, est-ce que je vais trouver une clé?
Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we?
Hmm.
Did the boat ever even leave this dock?
Lampe torche. Attends, ça serait peut-être utile une lampe torche, non? Les clés.
Aha!
Adresse.
Wow, that is a lot to spend on whiskey.
$45?
A lot for back then, I mean. Whiskey was more expensive then, too. Plus, judging from the state of this place, this was probably a reoccurring order.
Jeez, slow it down, Pierre.
Bah,
I don't
il a
think
fait
he
une
was
dépression.
handling my mother's change of heart too well.
With this amount of booze, it doesn't look like he was handling anything too well.
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold in this busted old boat.
Alors. On a une clé pour son... On dirait qu'il y a quelqu'un là-bas. Et un peu. Oh! Avec une clé. J'ai bien reçu ta dernière lettre, c'est ma réponse finale. Y avoir fait tout ça pour moi, mais c'est faux. Tu as fait tout ça pour toi. C'est toi qui n'étais pas satisfait de ce qu'on avait, de nos revenus, tu voulais toujours plus. Toi qui as choisi de gagner ta vie de façon illégale. Toi qui as choisi de fuir au Canada pour sauver ta peau et qui n'a rien dit jusqu'à ce qu'il soit trop tard pour faire marche arrière. Je refuse de te suivre longtemps. Je dis que ce sont aussi tes enfants, je sais bien, mais ce sont mes enfants également. Je suis là pour elles chaque jour, à les réconforter dans leur chagrin, les consoler de la perte de leur père. Je m'efforce de jouer la comédie, mais je commence à m'habituer à cette situation. Je m'habitue à faire tout ça seule, à avoir mes propres opinions, à vivre cette nouvelle vie. Je commence à me sentir mieux et à penser.
So I guess that's it. Grandma had enough time on her own. Without Grandpa, without Pierre. She realized she liked things better that way.
Can you blame her?
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence. And who would want to give up their whole life, everything they know, just for some guy and some money?
People have done worse for less.
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty good life, didn't she? Her advice column, her art, her kids, her house. Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to realize how good she had it.
Et il y a une petite clé.
Looks like a mailbox key.
Oh, I was hoping that would turn up.
I swear, you could be so nosy sometimes.
Ok, je pense qu'on n'a rien d'autre. Allez. À la boîte. En fait, c'est la mer là. Elles sont là, j'ai pas fait gaffe.
Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
Oh, come on, Mom, live a little. We've already come so far. We can't just stop now, when we're so close to the truth.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
Oh. Retour. Renvoie à l'expéditeur. Non réclamé. Adresse incomplète. Aux personnes concernées, je voudrais confesser ma culpabilité. J'ai participé à une série de cambriolages au cours desquels une somme totale de près d'un demi-million de dollars a été volée. J'étais inspecteur en bâtiment à Greene County pendant plus de 10 ans. Dans une partie de poker en 1966, j'ai été approché par un homme souhaitant m'acheter des plans et des informations. Avec d'autres associés, ils visaient des grands magasins et autres commerces qui gardaient beaucoup d'argent liquide sur place pendant la nuit. Je suis de plus en plus impliqué dans leur affaire et ils m'ont proposé une part de 10% si je leur disais comment éviter les mesures de sécurité installées. Ils se sont mis à choisir les sites de plus en plus risqués. Je n'ai pas pu faire marche arrière car ils me menaçaient, moi et ma famille. Je n'avais pas le choix, j'ai donc falsifié un acte de décès grâce à des documents au bureau du coup. J'ai abandonné ma femme et mes filles et j'ai passé la frontière sous un faux nom. Après leur avoir donné des instructions pour pouvoir me suivre. Ils ne l'ont jamais fait et je souhaite regret de leur avoir demandé. J'ai détruit le peu qui me restait de mon argent mal acquis. Ma femme Hélène ne savait rien de mes faits. Qu'est-ce qu'il soit trop tard. Elle a joué le jeu avec l'histoire de ma mort car elle n'avait pas le choix. Elle est innocente, je suis la seule personne à avoir volontairement choisi de prendre part à cette série de méfaits. Je demande seulement que vous laissiez ma femme et mes filles en dehors de ça. Et ma confession. Léonard Lambros. Ah ben. Oh ah, le père c'est. Ok. C'est une fausse mort.
So Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
I'm... So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died when we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just here, on this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Mom. For your whole life, you thought your dad had just died, and you had to live with that. That really sucks.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time, he was here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive.
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us, her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we found enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess... Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car.
Ah, on va savoir la
I'm
vérité
freezing
véritable.
out here.
Yeah, me too.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking...
Stop, stop. You'll make me cry.
just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.
Alors, raconte-moi l'histoire, là, j'ai envie de savoir. Pardon.
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question. What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay. Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
So you asked about what happened with me and Dad.
Uh-huh.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was gonna fix all his problems, our problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was gonna be a professional poker player.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
Je m'en fous.
That's insane. Didn't anybody tell him the house always wins?
Oh, I did. But this isn't playing poker against the house. It's against other players. There is no house. Believe me, I heard all his justifications. There were plenty.
And even though he's been gone for a couple years, he's never told me why he's really out there. Why wouldn't he tell me?
Maybe deep down, he's not so proud of it.
Maybe he just didn't want to tell me till after he'd hit it big? So he chose right when Grandma really started getting sick and we moved in to take care of her, to go off and follow his dream? He must really like poker.
He likes it. But I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left. The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married.
Nevada.
Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end. Do you blame me for ending it?
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away. Kind of forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him. I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh,
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, explained everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
No, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Bon, sa
Now
sœur
I
là.
have these tickets and I don't know what to do.
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should
That's
spend
him.
some time with him. I think it'd be good for both of you.
Are you sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Madame, essaye de
But
conduire
it's not over
droite.
Thanksgiving, right?
Oh God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret? Or run their own business, run a community theater? That's pretty cool.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective, but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a
Sure.
plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what
Ça
I'm
lui fait
looking
pas un
at,
site à sa
but I know
maman.
it looks good.
4.
Thanks.
An artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad. Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford, like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
Comme Fred.
Like
Avec
seeing
Kurt.
Kurt?
Yeah, exactly. Amongst many other things. But yeah, it's hard to let go, to see you as an adult, and not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then, even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone
C'est
said,
énorme.
that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head. The bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads.
Des
Like
petites
golf
têtes
balls.
parfaites.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole August
Beaucoup
thing?
de dialogue, hein. On joue
Moving
pas
in with
beaucoup
her?
dans le jeu quand même.
Yeah, I guess
Petit point and click.
big decision moving to Chicago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
It seems like a good choice. Even if it's just for a while, at least we'd have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Are you worried about the theater? Or my school?
These days I'm worried about everything, but I'm confident too. Confident we can figure it out.
Yeah.
We've been through so much this last year. You've been through so much. I have to have faith that we'll continue to make things work.
Yeah. Me too.
I will say, August's house is pretty nice.
Her bathtub is the size of my bedroom.
Ça fait non, fait la tête
Yeah,
de machin.
I mean, it'll be worth it for the bathtub alone. We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh, hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French Canadian after all.
Whatever we end up doing, I'm just glad. I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah. Me too.
Et voilà, c'est fini. Ouais, c'était pas mal. Petite histoire de famille. 2h40. C'est sympatoche. Il est sur le Game Pass. Heureusement. Mais c'était sympa. C'était sympa. Ok tiers, je dirais. Déjà, c'est pas trop mon style de jeu. Mais c'était sympa à découvrir. C'est juste un peu dommage, on reste sur notre fin, je trouve. Avec déjà le papa. Je pense qu'il est décédé. Parce que bon, avec... avec les années plus l'alcool et tout, il a pas dû vivre plus vieux que sa femme. Et surtout, je trouve que y a un manque sur ce qui s'est passé pour la sœur de sa maman, là, sa tante, Auguste. Juste parce qu'elle s'est fait un petit peu chamailler, harceler, enfin un petit peu. Juste parce qu'elle s'est faisait embêter à l'école et qu'elle a enterré Ombrage, son imaginaire, ça y est, elle s'est forgé une carapace. J'y crois pas trop, on n'a pas trop la suite. Voilà, je trouve qu'il y a des petits manques comme ça quand même sur l'histoire. Qui auraient pu être comblés assez rapidement s'ils n'avaient pas eu le temps. Avec peut-être une dernière scène avec la tante dans la maison ou quoi. Qui finit par venir pour les aider à vendre la maison, à fermer la porte. Enfin, un truc tout bête, quoi. Presque, je dirais que si ça, il nous avait donné cette réponse-là sur la tante, on aurait... Enfin, moi, en tout cas, j'aurais dit, ok, le papa, ça fait un suspense, elle a pas envie, la maman, de chercher, elle a fait son deuil, et elle a pas envie de chercher. Ok, on comprend un peu le truc. Mais il y a quand même deux choses importantes dans l'histoire qui sont pas réglées, je trouve. Donc voilà, on reste un tout petit peu sur notre fin. On reste sur notre fin un peu, je trouve. Ouais, j'ose le dire, ouais. Ouais. Bref, voilà, c'était quand même un bon jeu, il est sur le Game Pass, c'était à tester. C'était vraiment très sympa, l'histoire était plutôt bien mise en scène. C'est un jeu rapide, et ça c'est cool. De se dire qu'on peut finir un jeu. Je vous fais des bisous, je vous dis à demain soir. Moi je vais préparer le live The Rest for the Weekend. Demain. J'ai hâte de découvrir ce jeu. Et on a plein de jeux à faire la semaine prochaine. Et à partir du 6 mai. Et en plus, je vais prendre quelques jours de repos. Parce qu'il y a des ponts. Je vais profiter de mon chéri et de ma fille. De ces jours-là au mois de mai, surtout début mai. Avant de reprendre les lives vraiment beaucoup. À partir du 15 mai à peu près. Quand est-ce que c'est? Bref, c'est une bonne fin de journée. Je vous dis à demain soir vers 21h30. 1h15, 30. Temps de préparer le jeu et tout. Et le live. Des bisous. À bientôt. Bye bye. Évidemment, je laisse le générique parce qu'au cas où qu'il y ait une scène post-générique, hein, on la connaît celle-là. Au cas où. Je le laisse, on va voir. S'il n'y a rien, je coupe après. Bisous!